Hello, and welcome back to the Awakenings podcast. I am sitting here with one of my favorite patients, Miss Mary Pat. Miss Mary Pat and I are going to chat a little bit about her experience here at Vitality Health and Wellness. Tell me, my dear, how long have you been seeing me?
I think it's been, since January. So what's that, 9 months almost?
No, it's been longer than that.
Was it longer than that?
Yeah, it's been way longer than that. I looked at her chart this morning.
I got the date wrong. I'm thinking of one of my treatments.
Yes. So you saw me about 9 months ago. Yes.
Okay.
When did you start coming here? Do you remember?
Well, it's been well over a year then. But
2 years this month.
No way.
Yes, it has. 2
Time
years
flies when you're having
this
fun.
month. That's right, girl. That's right. I think it was like September 19th.
Oh my gosh.
2 years ago.
That's crazy.
We're on your 2-year anniversary this month with Vitality Health and Wellness. Do you remember how you heard of us, how you found us?
Well, I had heard about the bioidentical hormone replacement therapy from a friend. She referred me to another provider of that, and I was completely unsatisfied with them. I didn't get any results. The communication with them was horrible.
Got you.
And I think I just started Googling.
Yeah.
And you guys came up.
The Google machine sent you to us.
Yep,
I am so appreciative of that machine every now and again.
Yeah. And I couldn't be happier.
I love it. So you started with another clinic about 2 years ago. Went there once or twice. Let me ask you, what do you do here with us?
Well, I do the hormone replacement therapy,
Perfect.
The pellets, which have been a game changer in my life.
So going back to that other clinic, did you do pellets there as well?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you did a round of pellets and didn't quite sit well, didn't really get the benefits that you were hoping for.
Correct, yeah.
So, and then I believe I remember that there were some communication issues.
Yeah, so I was due to go back and get my reinsertion and couldn't get a call back.
Got you.
Kept calling, couldn't get a call back. I'm like, this is crazy. You know?
Yeah. So not only were you not feeling that symptom improvement, but then there was a little bit of, okay, so you're like, hey, let me find somewhere else to go. And you came here and saw me
yes, I do.
2 years ago.
I know.
And how has it been?
It's been amazing. I cannot tell you how much, I just feel like everything is back in sync with me and things are, the levels are supposed to be, and therefore I can do all the things that I need to do.
Live the life.
And reach the goals I need to reach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember 2 years ago? Do you remember how you felt before you started hormones?
Yeah, I think so. It was, just the constant mood and the not sleeping and the hot flashes and the not being able to lose weight and all that stuff. It was just like, ugh. I'm like, how do women deal with this?
Yes. Yeah. You were just going through life, just pushing through. Yeah. Had you ever gone to like your family doctor or your gynecologist or anyone else and discussed these symptoms with them?
I discussed with my gynecologist, but, I don't really recall what kind of advice she gave on that. It was never brought up to do the replacement therapy.
Got you. So hormones were never really a conversation.
Right. But I think it was like not quite full into menopause.
Got you. You were at that perimenopausal state, which I think is a really good point to make. Even though you weren't menopausal, I wish, I could have seen you even 2 years before.
Yeah.
Right? Because as a perimenopausal patient, you are still suffering with a lot of symptoms. Your hormones are going on that roller coaster. And then you hit menopause and that roller coaster kind of crashes down hard and fast.
Yes.
So it's really nice for our perimenopausal patients. It can make that transition a little smoother. So neither here nor there. We got you now and we got you feeling good now. Yeah. But so tell me a little bit more over the last 2 years. What have you been able to accomplish now that you're feeling better?
Well, through your help also, I started with semaglutide injections.
I love it.
I was really apprehensive about doing it. I still don't know that there's enough information about it, but what I am finding is it works for me. I've had very minimal side effects.
Love that.
I did when I went up to the higher dose, but I went back down and I was still able to continue to lose the weight.
Yeah. So that's, I love that you bring that up. So we do offer medication assisted weight loss here, and just going through menopause, your insulin resistance is
and that
something
was huge. Yes.
severe.
And a huge help to me was when you had advised me about the glucose goddess and how you need to control your glucose spikes to help maintain your insulin levels.
That's
and
right.
Therefore, your body is able to function as it's supposed to.
That's right.
To help you lose the weight.
That's right.
And that was huge. That was huge.
She's referring to a book, which, I mean, I need to meet this author someday because I feel like I've sold a lot of these books
you have.
for her.
You have.
Every single patient, I recommend this doggone book. It's called Glucose Revolution. I love it. It is so simple and so easy to read. And she gives you these tips and tricks on how to eat your food.
Well, she's not selling anything. She's a scientist.
Yeah.
So everything makes sense scientifically.
Yes.
You know, she's not trying to get you on a fad diet. She's not trying to tell you to do this or that. It's like, 100%. Here's the science behind it.
Yeah.
You take it as you will.
You take it as you will. And these are some tips and tricks to help you along the way.
They've been huge.
I love that. Yeah. How long have you been on semaglutide? Do you remember?
I believe it's been January.
Just since January. Okay, so that was what we're talking. Okay, so since January, so that's about 8, 9 months.
Maybe February, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how much weight you've lost? Or not even just on semaglutide since we started. Do you know? I don't.
I'm pushing my 50 mark. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is awesome.
I'm struggling getting those last 2. I'm like,
listen, 2 pounds, man. 2 pounds. If we were in here in the room, not on video, I would tell you that's a good poop.
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry about 2 pounds. Come on. Oh my God. That is awesome.
Yeah.
50 pounds. Yep. That is so amazing. How do you think that not just the hormones in the sense that you feel better, but how do you think that the weight loss has impacted you?
Oh, huge. I mean, well, along with the weight loss, with the semaglutide, I'm doing a lot of strength training, which to me, at my age, I find everyone says cardio.
No.
For a woman my age, it does nothing for me. It was all been the weight training or the weight strength training.
Yes. So are you working out at home or are you getting to the gym?
I do it at home.
Heck yeah, girl. Yep. You lifting weights?
Yep.
Are you making that ugly face?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm cussing at the girl on the TV.
Yes.
And I love it.
So that ugly face, for those of you watching, that ugly face, I tell all of my patients, all of them, I don't care how old, I don't care how young, I don't care male, I don't care female. When you're lifting weights, that last set, right? So usually we do about 3 sets of, I don't know, 6 to 12 is what it should be. That last set, you're doing bicep curls, that should be hard. You better be make the face, right? To stress the muscle, to build the muscle.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, girl.
And the level of weights have not drastically, but I've gone up. And it's like where used to be a lightweight was 5 pounds. The lightweights to me are now 10s or 15s.
Heck yeah.
Where, a heavyweight is now a 25 or 30. So,
Heck yeah. That's we call that progressive overload, right? You start with a lightweight. And then, so what I generally recommend, and I'm not by any means, I'm not trained as an exercise, whatever you want to call them, physiologists, whatever they're called. But we want to progressively overload. We want to stress the muscles out. So you start out, for me, when I do it, I'll start out with 3 sets of 12, right? A certain weight. When I can do a solid 3 sets of 12, it's time to increase the weights. And then I go, and then my 3rd set, I might only be able to get to 6, right? And that's okay. And I'm going to keep going at that weight till I get to 3 sets of 12. So and then I'm going to increase the weight, right? Yeah. Absolutely. So I'll do 6, 8, and then 10. I don't usually go up to 12, to be honest with you. If I can get to 10, then I'm increasing the weight. That is awesome. Yeah. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, since you're building that muscle, how is that translated into life? Can you carry all the groceries in at one trip?
Oh, yeah, but I always have. So. Just because I'm stubborn. But it always had a pain in the neck.
Yeah, that's right.
And now it's like,
that's right.
No problem.
So you bring up a good point. Yeah. How is your joint pain?
You know what? It's great. I was having trouble with my left knee. I always felt like I had a meniscus tear or something. Like doing certain exercises, it always hurt. I was always kind of babying it.
Yeah.
And now I can do squats and lunges and no issues whatsoever.
I love it. I love it.
So it's been huge.
I love it. And I will not ask you how old you are, but we do know you're postmenopausal. So I would just like to make a point here. In 10, 15, 20 years, when you fall down on the ground, you're going to be able to get back up.
I hope so.
Yeah, you will. You will, because you're going to keep going just like you are. So that is what is so important as we age with muscle. You fall down, how are you getting back up?
Right.
Not to mention, what are you going to break when you do fall?
Well,
right?
And by building the muscle now, you have a better chance of not falling down.
You got it, girl. Your balance, your stability, you got it. That is absolutely right.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. So doing some semaglutide, doing a little hormone replacement therapy. How are you feeling about it all?
Feeling great. Yeah, you guys have been lifesavers for
love
me.
It, love it. Have you had any negative effects from the hormones or the semaglutide? You did talk about, I want you to talk actually about the side effects from the semaglutide. You said when you went up.
Yes.
Okay, can you talk about that?
Yeah, so I had always, read that you have, there's constipation issues or nausea and that kind of thing. When I first started in the lower doses, I didn't feel that so much. And every now and then I'll get a bubbly stomach or whatever, but it passes, and it's usually right after my injection within a day, and then it's gone.
Gotcha.
And it's nothing that is life stopping. It doesn't keep me from doing anything that I need to do.
Perfect.
But when I did go up to the higher level, that one it did. It caused a lot of stomach issues and constipation issues. Yeah. And it just, to me, it was like, that's a game changer. I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, you don't, what is the point?
Because I was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, what is the point in being skinny if you're miserable?
Right.
Yeah. So you went back down.
So I went back down and still was able to maintain the 1 to 2 pounds per week or whenever.
Yeah, and that's what I recommend. Generally, 1 to 2 pounds of weight loss per week. Any more than that is a little excessive, putting yourself at risk for gallstones, pancreatitis, all the issues, plus sustainability, right? If you're dropping 3 and 5 pounds week after week, it's not sustainable. So I always worry about that.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're building the muscle, because that's the other thing we worry about with medication-assisted weight loss, right? Some people just go home, they shoot the shot, they eat the food, and that's all they do. Cool. You're losing weight. Cool. You're also losing your muscle mass.
Yeah.
So it is very important when people are on these GLP-1 agonists, whether it's semaglutide, Wegovy, whatever name you want to give it, that you are doing the strength training, that you are focusing on the protein, right? Yep. Because you're going to be a smaller version of the same unhealthy person.
Right.
You nailed it, though. Yeah. You figured that out right out of the gate.
Well, with your help. So.
I have one.
I listen.
You do. That is very key. I will say sometimes I lead the horses to the water, but they don't always want to drink.
That's right.
You are lapping the water up, and I love it. I'm going to ask one last final question. Sure. Could you imagine, where would you be without Vitality Health and Wellness in your life?
Oh, I'd be sad, and I'd be grumpy, and where I was 2 years ago, just going through, but not really living it up, and loving life. I'm at a place in my life which I never thought at this age I would be, and I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
That literally fills my cup. That is, you are why I do this job and why I get so excited. This is like real, right? Yeah. When you come in and see me for, I'm like, hi.
She's as real as they come. That is her.
Because I get to literally watch people change before my eyes. Mm-hmm. What better job? What better job in the world? I love it.
Well, it means that, what you're telling people is truth. It's not just hype. It's not just, here, just take this or do this, and it's, if it works, it works.
That's right.
It does work.
That's right. That's right. You may have to put a little effort into it.
And it is work on my part.
That's right. That's right. I often will tell people good, better, best, right? Good, you come in here, I give you your hormones, you're going to feel like pretty good. Better, you're going to take your supplements, you're going to do your vitamin D, your magnesium, your omega, your whatever, and you're going to do your hormones, and you're going to feel better. Best is when you go home and you realize, oh, hey, I need to eat protein and maybe cut back on my carbohydrates. I need to lift weights. I need to walk, right? You don't need to run everywhere. You just need to walk a little bit.
I'm not a runner. I hate running.
So that's best.
I only run if I'm chased.
You better be running too, right? That is the best, is when you can combine all of the therapies and the lifestyle modifications, and then you kill it, just like you. Thank you for coming in today. You're so welcome.
We'd love to see everyone at the Vitality Health and Wellness Centers for our open house on October 23rd. We'll begin at 8 a.m. and you can pop in the doors anytime. We'll have giveaways and drawings for many of our services that we offer at Vitality Health and Wellness. We'll also have live demonstrations, opportunities to get discounts on all the things that make you feel lovely and special, like Botox and filler, as well as laser hair removal, hair restoration services, and labs discounts that can be purchased that day as well. So please join us. We look forward to seeing you at Vitality Health and Wellness between 8 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. with giveaways every couple of hours. Look forward to seeing you. Have a beautiful rest of your day.